Hi, I'm Jose Prats, the Director of Character Homes with Christie's International, and I'm here at my latest listing in Jefferson Park, right near West Adams, at this beautiful Spanish Revival. It's a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath Spanish Revival, built in 1927 and just recently renovated. It's done by my client, who did a really amazing job at trying to keep as many original pieces as possible, but also doing a lot of upgrades. So you'll notice here, the roof is brand new, but we have original windows. A lot of, they're all wood original windows, and a lot of them are casement windows that open up nicely. And the front door is original, and the hardware there too. So let's take a look. I love this shot here because you can see a little of the house, the palm trees on the street. It's a really great location here too, if you're not familiar with the area. Has a lot of different Spanish homes and homes from the 20s and 30s that are just so great, and it's amazing when so many details are remaining. So here's the hardware here. So the seller himself, hired a crew, but what he took upon himself was to strip the paint off of the original the door handle here. And he told me he did that by putting them simply just water in a, removing them, of course, put them in water in a slow cooker and slowly cooking off that paint. And answer also was cool too. There's a little glass here that opens up. I can show when I close it. This thing opens up here. Also, funny angle to talk about it, but the all those tiles were just put into during the renovation. They weren't there originally. All right, so once we get in here, we're in the living room, which is always one of my favorite rooms in the house, and especially in this house. It's just amazing, right? Let's see, let's break it down here. We have the barrel ceiling. So you see the barrel ceiling on the top, which gives great height, right? Which is at least 10, 11 feet in height. And the fireplace, an original fireplace. So this is the original, what we believe to be Claycraft Potteries, tiled fireplace. And they also made sure to strip off the paint and bring it back to life. See the beautiful tile work here. And also these are red oak hardwood floors. And you see here that brown is a walnut detail there. How great is this? And this is a wood mantle, which we believe may be original, but never know for certain. And this guy gets a lot of comments. Some people love it or hate it. I think it's great. The colors really tie in nicely here. This home was really nicely staged. But you can see, right, the green for the plants is excellent in the photo, and just everything in this room came out so well from the design. Like really, these are new light fixtures. So not always on these old homes are we left with amazing light fixtures. We didn't have any original ones here, so we had to add a lot in. And I think the designer on this one did a really great job of picking light fixtures that match the space well. And another thing we love about this room, right, is that big arched window. In a minute, I have an original photo of the house. So we actually know what it looked like in 27, and it's crazy how similar it looks the same today. So I'll show you that in a second once I enter the kitchen. But yeah, a great room here. So we'll come over here and go into this room. Oh, before we do, talk about the light switches. So this is something I'd recommended because I love these. I put these in my home. These are push button light switches, but they're brand new. So they make these still new today, and they're what you would have had in the 1920s or 30s. So what's cool, they make that fun click sound, very satisfying. And then also they can be dimmers too. So you can turn that off, right? And then this one here can dim, it turns, right? And dims the light. Which one? These are for the recessed lights here. Dimming. So really cool feature. It's modern, right? It's got the dimming function, and but it also has that old school appeal. Also, something I want to call out here, you're going to notice throughout the house, we have some items from Flamingo Estate. This is their amazing Roma heirloom tomato candle. It smells so good. It actually smells like real tomatoes. We partnered up with Flamingo Estate on this home, and you'll see a lot of their items throughout the house. So if you don't know about them, check them out. They have amazing products. All right, so transitioning here into the dining room. It's got a really good sized dining. I love this light fixture they put in here. And the sconces you'll notice throughout the house are just on point too. So what's really great about this dining room is it blends in seamlessly into the kitchen. So it's kind of like an open space, but not too open. You still have some separation, right? This arch here before you get to the kitchen. And then you have a nook that is separated over there by a couple arches. But right off the dining here, you have these original wood doors, right? So these are essentially doors too on the side, and they open up nice and easy. And you can open up this one too. And of course the door in the middle opens. But you have this really nice, as we entered, front patio area too. That's really a great bonus to this home that you don't always get in this size home, to have multiple patios. So you have one up front. And there's something, I love the big estates, right? The 4 or 5 bedroom, 3,000 square foot or bigger Spanish homes, but there's something about a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. This is just 1,550 square feet. That's so cozy, and I don't know, there's something really great about it. So here we have a really interesting feature that was preserved, this little cut through in the hallway. It's a little arched, so just adding more arches. I mean, I never think you can have enough arches, right? It's fun. So this peninsula has a ton of storage. So all this side you have, plenty of storage, nice and deep too. And then you have on the other side as well. And I mentioned earlier we had an original photo of the house. Now here it is. Take a look. So this was built as written in 1927, and this was an image right after it was built. And you notice all the features, right? The front patio, those doors, the front window, and the breakfast nook are all there. Even old school car, right? And on the back, we have information about the original owner. So I was able to do some research and find out that the home was built by Joseph Pasternak, who's a Polish-born contractor. He built the house for himself. So this house was built well, because when contractors build, they overbuild, right? So it lasts and lasts. Did an amazing job, and it's so great. So much of it is still here today and preserved. And then this is an upgrade list. So I make this for a lot of my homes that have a lot of upgrades, especially working with developers that are putting a lot of money into it. I want their work to be known. I mentioned earlier, it's got new roof. They did foundation work, plumbing, electrical. I mean, you name it, they did it all. Even all this kitchen, right? So this kitchen is custom cabinetry. So custom cabinetry, and it's got quartzite, Taj Mahal quartzite counters. And GE Cafe, or now they call it just cafe appliances, they're really nice appliances. So you got a dishwasher over there, and you got the stove range right here. And it's connected right here to the laundry area. What I like to do is a Dutch door, so it's so fun and well placed right next to the stove. If you're cooking, you get those smells out of there, but you also have an exhaust right up there. So there's a fridge here, brand new fridge. This is something fun I like to do with all my listings. I like to stock the fridge, right, with some beverages. Better looking in there than an empty fridge, right? And here's another shot from here of the breakfast nook. We'll go there in a second. Before we do, look at some more of the storage here, right next to the laundry, and we have a door here. Can you guess what's back here? One of my favorite features. Basement. Yes, we got a basement in this house. So there's a pretty good amount of storage, but a really good idea of what I would do if someone didn't want to have the basement be a point of storage, or you could still have it, but if you wanted even more storage, what you could do is extend this floor all the way to the edge there. So now just imagine it being a regular height. It could be one that opens, of course, so you can still access the stairs. You would have to get rid of the railings. And now you have a pantry. So you can make it where you have a pantry up here, and when you open the bottom, then you can go down the stairs. But how it's set up is also very convenient because you pop down here, and as we know, this is a California basement, not what we're used to seeing on the East Coast. So it's just a little storage space, and then this is the furnace they put in that's brand new. I believe it's the furnace and HVAC combination. And then you can also see underneath the house. And you can kind of see here in the distance, if you see that little piece of metal right there. So not only did they make foundation repairs, but the seller went the extra mile and also bolted and did a retrofit, seismic retrofit for the foundation. So now it's prepared for earthquakes. It's more strengthened for earthquakes. So that's really awesome to see, because you don't always see that in these homes that are renovated and resold. I always try to avoid the term flipped because it has a kind of cheap context to it. This one was more renovated with more thoughtful renovation. So let's head back up. To the kitchen. And we're gonna come to the breakfast nook. See, so you have, those are the original windows I was talking about earlier. Casement windows, they open up nicely. It's a driveway there. So all these open up. That one's a picture window in the middle. So they kept these also as well, which is great. And these are original too. And then this one too, right? Yeah. Love to keep those the original pieces in. That's great. So the air is, instead of having vents above, they're using the floor vents they had. They added these new decoration though vents to add a little bit to the design of the home too. It's got a brand new skylight, which is great because otherwise this would have been a dark hallway, and this house is now so bright. I mean, I think it already was, but this just helps elevate it to feel nice and bright. So here we have, in the hallway, they had a kind of a wide hallway, so they wanted to add more storage. So you got a little more storage options here. This is made of walnut, but it was a nice touch. So before we head into the bathroom, let's check out the first bedroom. This is where you can see they added the new Nest thermostat too. And here is the first of 3 bedrooms. So the original windows there. You got your closet here. Closets are finished too. Another fun thing about the house is it has the original doors, and they sanded them down and stained them rather than just painting them. You can see the original hardware too. It's really nicely patinaed. Everything's still working. And we'll head over into the first bathroom. So you see here they got custom vanity with the quartzite Taj Mahal countertop there. And here is the shower. It's got a nice, really fun detail here on the edge. I had a house, you may have seen the video on here, my house in Los Feliz, Hobart. It had this throughout the house, a really fun or very similar detail on all the archways. So it's cool to see it here. I believe it's signature detail of famous architect George Washington Smith, if I'm not mistaken. He did that in a lot of his homes. Also here is really nice. The little niche they put in here, they arched it as well. I think it adds a great detail. And another skylight right here too. So here we go. That is the primary bedroom. I'll show you the primary bedroom in a second. And then we'll see bedroom number 2. So we're here in the second bedroom. Overlooks the backyard. Got a little closet here. And we'll go to the primary bedroom now. And after the primary bedroom, we'll see the backyard. So here, the primary bedroom, you have 2 closets that have great size to them. So see here. One of the first closets. And then number 2, I love just the original hardware. It's just so great. It's got like that nice little patina to it too. All right, second closet. And then the bedroom opens up to the backyard. Let's see if we can get these. There we go. Get those lights on there. Sconces. These are great light fixtures in this house. This room is just, the light is so great too. So we also, if you're in LA, you can get these locally. The flowers come from Flamingo Estate. Beautiful flowers. And also this book too, this book they sent us, look, it just makes the room work. I feel like it blends in the green from the yard. Yeah, just so well, this house is so well styled. All right, so we have an ensuite bathroom, gotta have it. So you got your shower in there, you got a freestanding tub. Also right above, you got the pendant light. So great, works perfect. And the floors, I didn't call them out in the other bathroom, but they have the same travertine stone floors. So no imitation, it's the real thing. And here we have the custom vanity. 2 sinks, it's a must-have. You got a really nice, cool light fixture above too. All right, let's move on to the backyard. So I mentioned earlier, it had all new plumbing. So all new plumbing includes the water supply lines and the drain lines. So check it out, look at this yard. We're in a pretty good sized lot. We're about 6,600 square feet. You got I believe it was oranges or tangerines. You got your citrus there with passion fruit vine growing around it. And then we have the garage, which was finished. We're not finished, it was converted into like a flex space. So it could be used for either for parties or for an office space, or it's an extension of your living room. We'll come down here so you can really see how big this lot is. That was the front gate there. So you can park also underneath it. You have a little carport you can park underneath. And then there's your Dutch door, right? You saw that off the kitchen. So a couple ways to get back here. So let's take a look at the garage. Put a new panel here. Also, the main house has a brand new 200 amp panel, so all new electrical. The house is fully rewired. And then here is that flex space. It's really interesting design too, with the exposed plywood and You got like the batten board kind of down the seams. I like it. So really just anything you can think of. Gym, office, even this would make a great ADU. So if you wanted to go the extra mile, you already had electrical here. You know, all you gotta do, pull the permits, make an ADU. The seller on this one has already plans for an ADU. So upon request, we can give those to the next buyer if they like. And we'll come and finish it. Just a great amount of yard space here. Look at all this grass all the way to the back. It's right here too. And here he goes. You can see the, I believe these are oranges coming in. Oh, and these were these the mandarin? I think these are the mandarin here. Yeah. So, not one, not two, three citrus trees. And then you got, look, you can see the passion fruit coming in. Love a good passion fruit. And they make such beautiful flowers too, right before they fruit. So yeah. Thanks for sticking around for the whole tour. So if you're interested in more info, please reach out. You know, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, just over 1,550 square feet, and we're listed at $1,299,000. That's an amazing deal. So if you have any questions, reach out. I'd be happy to help. And thanks for watching. If you liked the video you just saw, please like and subscribe to see more.